take the floor first and get first dibs on the duel.
Once it's to round 2, Paige Semenza, Emily. Heat 1 underway. It's over, under, and then over, and then a hand-over-hand pull as Paige Semenza is out early. They have to keep themselves in that box as they pull a 65-foot hand-over-hand sled pull. 175 pounds for the women, 79 kilos. And it's Paige Semenza who's got an early lead. But Abby Doman is gaining ground. Semenza's done. She's onto the bag along with Doman. 175-pound bag's got to go on top of the pedestal, and then they have to race to the finish and hit the buzzer. And Semenza is through first. Doman will be second, followed by Emily Rolfe. And now Haley Adams is through. And that's how that's going to go.
That's right, Paige Semenza, a familiar.
Adams in at a minute flat.
It'll be interesting to see how the grip continues to play a factor in the way that they're able to move this sled.
Number 2, your lane assignments.
Here we go, athletes going up over at 55.
Fuliano with a great lead right out of the gate.
Now Fuliano's going to be the first of the sled, along with Grace Walton. So 175 pounds on the sled, 150 on the bag, and they're pretty dead even here. Alexis Raptis is starting to gain ground in the all-black, second from the bottom. Looks like she's going to be the first one done with the sled along with Walton. They're done at the same time onto the sandbag. Menon Anganez and Grace Walton. Fuliano's going to be the last one there. Raptis is through, and Alexis Raptis is going to take the heat just ahead of Anganez. Walton's going to take third. Sturt is in fourth, and she will take fifth.
And for everyone, right, Sean, it's like whether you win your
Heat 3 coming out to the floor. Heat 3 underway. Danielle Brandon,
wow,
is out early. And Brandon's going to be the first athlete to the sled. 175 pounds, 79 kilos. They got to pull at 65 feet. And Brandon maintaining her lead on this portion of the event. Brandon is through onto the 150-pound bag. Campbell got tripped up trying to get away from her sled. Brandon is going to take the heat.
Wow.
Kerstetter's in. Rogers and Campbell are across. And now Brooke Wells is through.
On there by Danielle Brandon, Sean. I mean, she looked like, right off of that log, she shot out like a cannon.
And they did it late last year.
Yep.
Tia Toomey won the first. Final heat of round 1 has begun. And Danny Spiegel looking to be the first woman to the sled. Spiegel with the lead. Horvath and Lowen along with Gazan all getting to the sled at the same time. Emma Lawson pulling away as well. And it's Laura Horvath now who has the lead on this sled. She's slightly ahead of Spiegel. Gazan with a great effort. Horvath is through onto the bag. Gazan, Spiegel, and Lawson at about the same time. And Laura Horvath is in at 35 seconds. Spiegel will be moving on. These times all have a really good chance of moving on.
How will they respond?
She'll be in lane number 1. Heat 1 of round 2 is underway. And it's Lowen who's out front early, followed by Walton and Campbell. Lowen to the sled pull. 175 pounds, 65 feet. And it's Lowen who's still in the lead, but Walton is gaining ground.
That's it. Look at that grit and focus and fortitude.
Walton and Lowen through first. Kerstetter and Rogers are next, followed by Campbell.
Wow.
Bag is up for Lowen. She is through. Kerstetter's going to take second. Walton is third. Campbell will take fourth. And it's Paige Rogers taking about a half a second between Kerstu, trying to keep the pressure on Laura Horvath with that top number 3.
30 seconds.
Heat 2 of round 2. Pretty even through the logs. Gazan and Anganez out front. And all 5 athletes getting to the sled at about the same time.
Who's got the pulling power?
Lawson with the sled.
And it's dead even. Emma Lawson and Gazan are in the lead. Gazan is starting to pull away slightly from Lawson. Anganese is there as well. Emily Rolf's bringing up the rear. Gazan is through. She'll be the first to the bag. Grabs that 150-pound implement, gets it up on the pedestal, and Alex Gazan is going to take the heat. Manon Anganese is going to be second, followed by Raptis. Lawson and Rolf will be fifth.
Even faster over the logs than that first opportunity. All right.
On the field together. Final heat of round two. Semenza and Brandon lead the way. Spiegel was just ahead of Laura Horvath, and now onto the sled pull. This is where Horvath is gaining ground.
That's right. She was one of the last athletes to the sled, Sean.
Semenza is dead even with Horvath, but Laura Horvath is looking to be the first woman done with that sled pull. She gained a ton of ground on that implement. She'll be the first to the sandbag. Spiegel and Semenza right behind her. Here comes Danielle Brandon. Horvath got it up onto the pedestal, and she's going to take the heat. Spiegel is second, followed by Semenza. Brandon, for Laura Horvath, edges out Danny Spiegel.
This is exactly what we expected to see, which is why that's what's at stake.
She was the overall leader at one point, the 10 as well, 13th place overall. She's had two really impressive runs so far. Here we go. Danielle Brandon out front early. Grace Walton's right there with her. Kerstetter, Anganese, and Raptis to the sled at the same time. Brandon is maintaining that lead here on the 175-pound sled. 65 feet they have to pull it. Brandon is opening up a lead. Danielle Brandon is done. To the 150-pound, 68-kilo sandbag. Kerstetter's in second. Brandon is through. Kerstetter's done. She's going to take second. Raptis is across, followed by Walton. Anganese was struggling with that bag, and she could be in 85.54 seconds.
It's going to be if everyone executes cleanly.
Format, she finished.
That's what we want to see, the best in the sport.
Alex Gazan really improved. Final heat of round three. And it's Ariel Lowen and Paige Semenza who get to the sled first. But this is where Laura Horvath has made up a ton of ground. Lowen's still in the lead, but Horvath and Gazan are catching up. And now it's Laura Horvath, who's tied with Danny Spiegel, and Laura Horvath's going to be done first with the pull. Horvath to the bag. Gazan, Lowen, and Spiegel are right behind her. Horvath is through, and she's going to take the heat again. Spiegel takes second. Gazan is in third. Lowen is across it.
Wow.
Semenza got hung up on the back. 5.05 seconds for Laura Horvath. Kerstetter sits in seventh, and Brandon is in eighth.
Of work taking place here. These
top two move on. Now, Laura Horvath has been one of the last athletes to the sled every time, but she's been the first to the bag as Brandon and Spiegel get to the pull first. Laura Horvath gets to work on that 65-foot pull on the 175-pound sled, and Laura Horvath is now in the lead. Spiegel's in second, wow. Brandon's in third, but Laura Horvath is just annihilating this part of the event. She will make it to the bag. Has it on the pedestal, and Laura Horvath is 4 for 4. And Danny Spiegel is going to be in second place. Kerstetter's going to finish third. Brandon is in. Alex Gazan got hung up on the bag, so she's going to take fifth place in the event. But solid result against
matchup. Danny Spiegel along with Danielle Brandon.
Head to head, as we predicted.
In a few of these, Sean, we get an idea who's got some.
10 seconds.
One more time for the win. Laura Horvath and Danny Spiegel head to head here in the Duel 5. And it is going to be Danny Spiegel to the sled first. Laura Horvath, though, has been nails on this portion of the event, and she has already caught Danny Spiegel.
I mean.
And Horvath has now moved ahead of Spiegel on the pull, but not by much.
It's like there's a cheat code that
and
she
Laura
knows.
Horvath is looking to go 5 for 5 onto the sandbag. second event win of the competition for Laura Horvath as she takes the Duel 5.
Wow, what a race.
And Danny Spiegel is going to pick up 95 points, her third second place finish of this competition, and is zeroing in on a third Rogue